Right, so your H&H Classics, just introducing some of the bikes we have in our next auction coming up soon now on the 7th of December at the National Motorcycle Museum. These are just the bikes that we have in storage at Warrington, about to be transported down to the museum in time for the auction. Starting off here, two bikes that have actually come in from Finland, restored by the chairman of the Finnish Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club. Restored them up to use himself, so he's put things like crash bars on, steering dampers on both bikes, modern day tyres so that they were very usable. Kawasaki is actually has had a big bore kit put on it, dyno charts and everything to prove its power. But outward appearance is very, very standard, 4x4 exhaust, chrome mudguards, all the standard bits that you want. Same with the GS1000, 4x2 exhaust, chrome mudguard. Still wearing its original rear suspension units, which are quite rare. They did disappear over the years. So a very nice standard bike, very well presented, but very usable as well. Next down the line here, we've actually got four on the 500 singles. There's three 400s and one 500. So these are the GB 500, a bike made for the Japanese market. Made into the style of really a BSA Gold Star. It's like the classic British cafe racer look, but with modern day Honda reliability, electric starters, disc brakes. So the best of both worlds. You got the character of an old British single, but the reliability and performance of a more modern day bike. These are all in the auction. Price probably estimates are between £2,500 and £3,500 for all of them. So here we have a mid-30s Triumph 500cc single. Towards the end of the line, before they brought out the Speed Twin, the running gear is just like it would have been on a very early Speed Twin, but still with a single-cylinder engine in it. Girder forks, rigid back end, so showing its age. Next in line, mid-60s Triumph Tiger 100C. Like a lot of these bikes, it went to America first. Upswept exhaust, so very much styled for the American, smaller petrol tank. Came back to this country a while ago and has had a very intense restoration. Lots of stainless steel. Looks like the rims are stainless, the mudguards, and lots of the nuts and bolts are stainless steel. Another Triumph then here is the T150. So where we had a single, then a twin, we now have a three-cylinder Triumph, 750, three-cylinder. By the late 60s, early 70s, this was one of the bikes to have. Very much at the end of the line for Triumph. They didn't survive much longer than these models. They stood for a number of years, this one. One owner for a long, long time. But ready for a sort of gentle restoration, recommissioning is that one. Right, now we have a couple of no-reserve projects. Projects have been very popular recently. I think people are looking forward to restoring bikes again after the lockdown. This is a late 50s Norton Dominator 699 model. Again, this one has been in America for a lot of its life, came back to this country a while ago. It comes with a Nova certificate, ready for a complete restoration, really, this one. But it's all there, and we've been in America, it's very solid. Next to it, we have another rare bike. That's an Honda CB750. It's actually one of the KO Sandcast models. The first 6,000 they made had Sandcast crankcases, and a few other technical changes as well. So they're the most sought after of this iconic bike. Very unusual to get one of these that hasn't been fully restored. They've been collector's pieces for a long time, so very rare to find a Sandcast project they could still actually restore and get back to as new condition. Right, so this is, we think about 1910, Walls Auto Wheel, designed to fasten onto the side of a push bike and drive through its own wheel. A lot of clip-on engines powered the push bike, just like the pedals did. This actually had its own wheel, so you tied it to the side of the push bike, started it up, pulled the lever, and it powered you along. So very early forms of motorised transport for some people. And obviously it's 112 years old, so it's a fascinating piece of history, is that. Restored on a period push bike, that would look fantastic and create a lot of attention with that. So here we have three bikes that have come from a collection in Manchester. Essentially a dealer closed down in the north of England about 20 odd years ago. When they closed, they took all the stock home and stored it either in their house or in a barn. These three bikes here, all Suzuki's, have never been taken out of the box. Two Bandit 600s and a Freewind 650, just as they would have been delivered to the dealer all those years ago, never been unpacked, never been touched. Within the same collection, there's another 20 or so new old stock bikes. These have been taken out of the box, but they've been stored in the vendor's house, so they're just as if they've been in the dealership all their life. They're all going into the auction, most of them at no reserve. with keys, documentation, not registered, but enough documentation to get them registered if you want to put them on the road at some point. So here we have a mid-50s 350 Manx Norton. This was the bike to have, if you were racing in the 50s and 60s, you had to have a Manx Norton. Won numerous TTs, Grand Prix, races all over the world. This bike's been beautifully restored, so it's in fantastic condition. Unusual thing being that it's kept all its original numbers. The records are actually held by the Science Museum now, and there's certificates to show that this is a matching numbers bike from back then. Very unusual for a race bike to keep matching numbers. So this is a very interesting lot. It's a 2 or 3 year old Ducati 800cc desert sled scrambler. It was actually loaned by Ducati UK to the producers of the latest Bond film, No Time to Die. Used as a stunt bike. If you watch the film, it's seen somewhere in the background. Actually crashed through a gate at some point, so it's still damaged as if it was just straight out of the film. Comes with letters from Ducati saying it's one of the bikes that was loaned to the film production company. So an interesting bit of history. We're estimating this between £7,000 and £10,000 in the auction. We have nearly 300 bikes in the next auction, ranging from literally one-wheel clip-on engines right through to early 70s MV Agusta 754, early 70s Kawasaki race bike, a world superbike Ducati 888, and everything in between, every price step, every shape and size of bike available. And scooters, we probably have over 50 scooters included in the auction. Again, a good selection of projects, fully restored bikes, mod scooters, collector's pieces. The auction is on the 7th of December at the National Motorcycle Museum near the NEC in Birmingham. More details of all this is available on our website at www.h&h.co.uk. The scooter section of the sale will start at 10 o'clock in the morning and the motorcycles will start at 12. We look forward to seeing everybody there. We've got a fantastic show there, fantastic selection of bikes, and we look forward to everybody turning up on the day and getting involved.